Hi, welcome to GoblintowneTV, the only television network for goblins, by goblins. If you're not a goblin, get out of here. I'm your host, Clover. Today I'm just going to be doing a little sketch, just a little drawing, digital paint. Nothing crazy, nothing out there, just what I like to do most. Little drawings. I'm not as crafty as my co-host. But I hope y'all enjoy it nonetheless. So, let's get right into it.
Alrighty, right into the drawing. This was just the beginning sketch, and I didn't really know what to do. So I went with the first thing that came to my mind, which was a little ice cream pop. Is that what it's called? I don't know. I don't eat them. Anyways, I decided to go with more of like a graffiti new school vibe with it, which isn't my normal style, but I thought it'd be fun. And I also decided to use a brush I really have never used before. It was called Blackburn in the drawing section of Procreate brushes. Kind of has more of a scraggly vibe to it, and I was definitely here for it. But I decided not to take too long on the sketch, which is very unlike me whenever it comes to drawing. I felt like the details were the most important part, and I could really only get so far with the sketch. I don't know what else to talk about. I've been making art for quite a while now, like over 10 years. Not good art for over 10 years. It's argued that I'm still not making good art, but I think I've made some progress. I am best at drawing faces. I just love drawing faces. I actually spent like a lot of time like just doodling faces over and over and over and over again. And it's really just taught me more about how a face is constructed. I specifically love drawing noses. I think noses are so cool. But this man doesn't have a nose, so that isn't exemplified here. He's an exception on my normal routine as an artist. He's all around. I was trying something new, such as, filming myself do this. I specifically want to get into comic books or making comics as an artist. My entire point in becoming an artist was because it seemed like the most creative medium to tell the stories that I have in my head, because I have a lot of stories in my head, and it's exciting to the concept of fleshing those out in a creative platform. But unfortunately, I'm also a lazy individual, so I don't put a lot of effort into actually making my dreams come true, but we'll get better. We'll get better. Now, with this guy in particular, I fall into the trap that I constantly fall into, where I can't make characters look happy. They always have to have like some angst to them. Like they have to be like stressed or angry or frightened. I don't really know what his expression here is, but it's not a happy one. It's not a positive one. But now I'm getting into color, and color is not my strong suit. I've always been much more of a sketcher. I like just sketching something and then moving on to something else, but color is important. It makes it finalizes a piece. So yeah, you gotta do it. And with an ice cream bar in specific... Ice cream bar! Duh! An ice cream bar in particular, not in specific. You get to be crazy with color there. You don't have to worry too much about having light colors or having very toned down colors. You can just go wild with it. So, the first thing that came in mind was kind of a pinkish purple. It's actually looking more purple on this screen than I remember it looking on the canvas, but that's fine. But I remember not liking the. Should I say I remember? I didn't like this blue. I wanted something a bit that popped a bit more, in contrast to the darker magenta above it, and green was the obvious next choice. Should I just like talk, like explain as I do it? I don't know. It feels like you guys can use your eyeballs, can't you? Whatever. Orange just wasn't the vibe though. I tried a darker blue, wasn't it either. But no, the green was definitely the right choice. I just needed a more toned down green. That green was a bit too bright. No, my co-host suggested I do an even brighter green, but I was like, no, I should do more of like a Planet Express green. I also, should I critique my art? I'm going to. The popsicle stick, the ice cream bar stick with, it's a popsicle stick. Shut up. It's crooked, but also he's melting, so like he can be whatever way I want him to be. He could be upside down if I wanted him to be. So you know, screw you. And now shading. I have a love-hate relationship with shading. With this piece in particular, I did something I usually don't do. I know I'm doing a lot of things I usually don't do. I actually chose the colors I wanted each specific shading to be, rather than just doing a low opacity layer over the colors and then doing like a dark blue. I wanted to be a bit more genuine with it. But I was having a bit of problems with his center of face area because I didn't want it to look like I was doing like a nose shading. And then there's lighting, of course, which I am not a fan of, but here I think it looks okay. I was having a lot of problems with the popsicle stick because I think I made it too light initially, and so I had to kind of mellow it out a bit more. And now we're getting to the background. I hate backgrounds so much. The idea here was kind of to go with like a sun vibe, because you know he's melting, and what makes ice cream bars melt? The sun. I kind of liked the kind of swirl I was doing just a second ago, but it just I wasn't feeling it. So I went with this. Very active, very vibrant, kind of antagonizing, and kind of an orb behind him. And I'm saying kind of a lot. An orb behind him. And then I was told that I should tone it down because it doesn't make him pop as much. So that's what I'm doing here, but it also, toning it down, made the orb kind of more toned down. And this is the final product. Wow, that happened so quickly. So, I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Well, that was the drawing. I
hope you guys enjoyed it.
Let me know what you think. Maybe I'll do some more in that kind of style. It was a little different for me. A little more new school-ish. Pop art-ish. Not really pop art. I don't know what it's called. That doesn't matter. Cut that. But that was the video. I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys had fun too. If you didn't, get over it. And maybe I'll see you next video. You can subscribe if you want. If you think that would be fun. You think it'd be fun? Try it out. Let's see. Any ice cream fans out there? Anyways, cut that. Welcome to Goblintowne. Cut that. Cut it! Cut that. Cut it.
I know when to cut it.